I think his chances are really, really good. I think Casper's somebody who's been waiting for the clay so much, and he's been waiting for his moment to shine. Finally, like, he can spread his wings and feel comfortable. He just won a UTS tournament, so he's feeling it as well.
Last year also he beat Khachanov, Zverev, Sinner, Ruud on the way to that. That's an epic clay court title run. And so I love his chances in Monte Carlo.
How can you not?
And, you know, the draw's not too kind to him this year.
I'm just amazed by the stat. 3 out of the last 4. That's awesome. That's legendary stuff. Awesome. That is legendary stuff. I think he's going to have an amazing tournament. He is the man to beat. He is the king. So he has a tough path. I think Novak Djokovic is the guy that would cause him the biggest fits on his way in the entire draw. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast. I'm Yousef.
I am Ismaeel.
Hey, guys, I'm Haroon.
My favorite time of the season is finally upon us.
Best time of the year.
The clay swing, my friends. It's the best time. You know, the sun comes out. We're closer to the summertime. You know, you just have those amazing vibes, and the best tournaments of the season begin. And what better way to start a swing than with the one and only Monte Carlo Masters? We're going to preview the entire thing. Let's get into this as fast as possible. Ismaeel, the top seeds. I want to get your viewpoint on a few of these guys. Haroon, you too. But let me start with you, Ismaeel. We need to start with the one and only Novak Djokovic in the top of the draw. Also, need to point out him and Alcaraz for the first time this season on opposite sides of the draw, which is amazing for people that want to see them battle each other in the finals. But Djokovic, Ismaeel, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I like his side of the draw, and I like his path for the most part. It looks quite smooth. I mean, given his level, where he is, he's coming in off the Miami final.
Lots of confidence.
Last year he made to the semis. I didn't think even he would do that well, since past years he hasn't been doing so well in Monte Carlo. So yeah, I mean, potentially Dimitrov, who he loves to play. Medi on clay, someone he loves to play. Even if he gets Demon, I mean, he also would be much favored than that. Yeah. He also has Zverev on his side of the draw. Okay, but Zverev is not really in form. Is he going to even get that far? Yeah. Let's talk about that. And then Tsitsipas, Haroon, you probably favor him over those as well. I mean, I really like his path. It looks quite good. I mean, I expect him to be probably semis comfortably. I don't know. What do you think?
Ismaeel, Haroon, what do you think?
I don't know. Like, I'm torn. Like, something's weird. I feel like there's a magic spell that happened on Monte Carlo the past few years. Like, he doesn't, I don't know, when you watch him play Monte Carlo, he doesn't look too happy. I don't know. It's something's off. And he doesn't like playing Musetti in Monte Carlo. I feel like Musetti always makes him irritated in Monte Carlo for some reason. I don't know. Although all these people in his path, he can beat easily, I feel, if he wants to, if he decides to do so. But yeah, it's all going to depend on Djokovic's psyche. You know, if he's feeling good, then yeah, I take him over anybody. It's him against himself, honestly. And Alcaraz, yeah, facing him in the final. It's all up to.
I mean, let's get Alcaraz. We don't know if he's going to make it to the final. I don't want to jump.
And let's get into what you think of Alcaraz, Ismaeel.
But like, I just want to say, Djokovic takes time to get into form. He doesn't. That's why the clay. He's never off the get-go great on clay. So I don't think. He'll be at his peak self, of course, in Monte Carlo. But
I don't know if I don't know if he takes time to get into clay. I feel like, I don't know, Monte Carlo specifically is just weird for
he doesn't like colder conditions. Probably it is.
Last year he like, if you told me that before last year, I would agree with you. Yeah. But last season he made all the way to the semis, lost in a close one to Casper Ruud, who was a phenomenal clay court player. So I would have high hopes for him. I love his path. I think this is the perfect path for him. Yeah. He has, like, there's nobody in his draw where you're like, ooh, this guy's going to cause him problems. Yeah. Who is it? Is it going to be Demon? I don't think so.
I mean, he gets Wawrinka or Tabilo in the round one, like round two match. And
Tabilo, oh my God, that's dangerous. But that's if he gets...
He beat him before. Respect Tabilo. Respect Tabilo.
Yes, no, yeah, he did beat him in Rome, so fine, give him credit there.
And on clay, especially. So respect Tabilo.
Obviously. That's out of all the people... It's Tabilo on his way to the final that you would say, like, oh, this guy can give him fits. No one else, I think, in the draw.
I mean, no, Ruud, Tsitsipas, or Zverev, if he gets in the semi.
I think even Dimitrov can give him fits. Dimitrov likes
Tsitsipas doesn't do anything to Novak. But
Monte Carlo's
I'm
his
loving
home.
his path. I think, am I going to pick him to win this tournament? You have to wait and find out. But I want to know, then how about Sasha Zverev? We just heard what he said. Ismaeel, he confirmed multiple times what you said, that he needed that break. And he's saying, unfortunately, he had obligations. He had to go to South America because he signed contracts, because he said he was going to play these tournaments. But he said he would have loved to take a break. He did not take a break. He has yet to take a break because even though he lost early in Miami, it's a quick turnaround to Monte Carlo. And here he is starting the clay swing. His favorite time of season, though. So thoughts on him this tournament? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, props to him at least admitting that he needed a break and he didn't take it, so he fulfilled his contractual duties. Even tennis players can be employees.
He said, it's my job. Business is business.
So, but his confidence has been taking just hit after hit after hit. And he's going to run into now Berrettini probably in round 2. Not the player you want to face right now at all. A hungry, healthy, good-looking Berrettini. And then if he comes out of that alive...
He means tennis.
Yeah. No homo on that one. But other than that, he might run into Musetti, Korda, or Lehechka. If he beats Berrettini. His draw is brutal. Then Rune or Musetti, it's Rune or City. I don't like his path at all. I don't like his form at all. I expect an early exit.
Oh my God, Haroon, what do you think of Sasha?
I don't expect an early exit, but I don't expect a deep run.
What's an early exit also? We need to ask.
Either round 2 or 3. Round 2 or 3.
Round 3 is okay, fine.
I think he could.
Exit.
Round of 16 exit.
Round of 16 exit would be a loss to Musetti.
It would be a loss to Musetti. No, it would be to Lehechka or Korda.
I think he likes.
Haroon, how far do you think he goes?
He likes averaging his round 3 losses at Monte Carlo. So I'm picking I think round 3 quarterfinal probably some.
Round 3 is not quarterfinal.
I know round 3. Round 3 or probably quarterfinal. I have him there. I have him losing there. I don't think he's gonna go deeper than quarterfinal. But again, Monte Carlo.
Quarters, he's going to get a Runa or he's going to get a Tsitsipas in the quarters. So that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Those are the guys.
If you get Tsitsipas, Monte Carlo's just so weird. It's
no, but also Sasha loves Monte Carlo. By the way, it's not a place. He's had heartbreakers there in the past, but he loves the tournament. He wasn't playing that bad. When he lost to Fils in Miami, he was cruising in that final set. I don't know what happened. So I think it's just a flip of a switch. Does it happen this tournament? I'm not sure, but this is the top seed. We should be talking about him. Is it championship or bust, right?
That's what I'm saying. So
I don't see him winning this tournament, and he has a very tough path.
It's a brutal path.
I think he's gonna set himself up for Madrid. I think it's gonna be he loves Madrid, so he's gonna set himself.
He said
up
he wants to peak in Rome. He said, he said, obviously Roland Garros, but he said, Rome is where I'm looking to hopefully peak. And he said, hopefully, maybe I play Yannick Sinner. Huh?
I mean, he's really getting way far ahead of himself there because he's not playing well at all.
I wouldn't go, it's not so bad.
By his standards.
By his standards, sure. Then how about we have Carlitos on the other side of the draw. He hasn't had the best sunshine double, to Carlitos' standards, of course. To anyone else on planet Earth, probably it's very good. But to Carlitos' standards, it's not the best. Very early exit to Goffin in Miami. Moving on to the clay. He's the Roland Garros defending champion. Haroon, I want to know what your thoughts on Carlitos are going into this tournament and this draw.
I think it's going to be a wild horse. I feel like he could either win it or lose in the first or second round. It's super unpredictable.
Which is a Carlitos every tournament, though.
It's the classic Carlitos. But I feel like he's going to play some guys that... Cerundolo, FAA, some guys that maybe could want some blood. He lost to Korda last time he played in Monte Carlo, who's somebody he plays these young guns that want blood. I don't know. I don't have him to win it, but he could shock us. I don't know. Classic Carlos. it's tough to say.
That doesn't sound like someone who has much confidence in Carlitos. How about you, Ismaeel?
No, I don't have much confidence because he hasn't played here. First of all, much other than the one tournament where he lost to Korda round 2. And then also, I don't think he likes these cooler type of conditions. And Monte Carlo is generally a bit cooler. And I think he has the absolute worst round 2 match that will come his way in the draw. Absolutely brutal.
In our eyes, because we are all high on Francisco Cerundolo.
He is going to get Francisco Cerundolo round 2. That's for me. Absolutely. That could be a final on clay. This is not a round 2 match. And an informed Cerundolo coming in hungry, much more
playing amazing back-to-back quarters at the Sunshine Double, going to his favorite surface.
It will be very, very, very unpleasant to face Cerundolo in round 2, and then he's gonna get some of these, maybe a Feast or a Rublev later on, then Ruud potentially on his half of the draw. I hate his draw, and
it's not big names, but it's guys that would give him fits.
Yeah, like they match up well on the surface against him. I don't see him going far. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, that's him. It's so volatile with Carlitos. Huh? He could just all of a sudden show up and he's just a monster. And we might at the end of the week we're talking about a man who dominated everyone to win the Masters, from going to have 0 wins in this tournament to potentially winning it. It could happen, but he could also leave again. We would say Carlos Alcaraz has 0 wins in Monte Carlo. Can you imagine that? That could so. I don't know. Francisco Cerundolo, dangerous match. I'm not loving his draw. I'm not loving his path. Am I picking him? I can safely say I don't think I'm picking him for someone who hasn't won a match yet in this tournament. But yeah, not high on Carlitos.
It's also crazy to say that you can, like, Carlitos coming in underrated is a problem. Like, if he's not feeling the pressure and he's not feeling the expectation,
he also hasn't felt victory in this place either. So it's tough.
It's hard. But I'm saying I don't think this is his tournament.
Then Haroon, how about a man who's in his path and finalist last year, potentially trying to win a Masters title for the first time? It's Casper Ruud. What do you think of Casper's, your boy? What do you think of his path?
I love it. I think his chances are really, really good. I think Casper's somebody who's been waiting for the clay so much, and he's been waiting for his moment to shine. Finally, like, he can spread his wings and feel comfortable. He just won a UTS tournament, so he's feeling it as well. I have him. I have him, like, really, really good chances to win this tournament. I'm debating still with him and somebody else, but yeah, I love his chances. I feel like you like Ismaeel saying, cooler conditions. I feel like you need to move well on clay, but also kind of waiting for clay a bit as well, so you don't need time to mentally adjust for it. And at the same time, you have a decent forehand, decent serve, and you move quite well. So I have Casper. I feel Casper, like, I have Casper in my top picks, I would say. What about you?
How about you, Ismaeel? What do you think?
I think he has maybe one of the best draws also in the tournament. Like, if you look at his draw, it's Nakashima or RBA, and is for his round 2 match.
RBA is not an easy one.
RBA is not fun, but that's the old RBA. The current RBA is not really the same menace he used to be. And then if you got a Tiafoe or a Kecmanovic or a Popyrin Humbert, like, these players are also quite fatigued from their past couple tournaments. Tiafoe in the final. Kecmanovic, I don't think he matches up as well. Draper, not really his favorite surface. I don't know. Like, it looks good. He could come out and he could cruise potentially to the semis. And then, all right, you're going to take him in a man-to-man against Alcaraz or against whoever's in that semi against him. Rublev. He's a former finalist. I really like his chances. I like his chances a lot to go deep here.
You know, I'm loving... I think Casper Ruud's going to have an amazing clay season just to start off.
There we go.
And he just came off that win that he had in that exhibition tournament, which is going to give him good vibes. And at the same time, as you said, he has an amazing path, huh? And Casper Ruud on clay, by the way, he beats who he's supposed to beat and loses who he's supposed to lose to. And he's a top 4 guy, correct?
So not many people.
Therefore, there aren't many people, which means he's either making the semis or a final or winning the tournament. That's what Casper Ruud is on clay. He is as elite as they come on the clay. So I say at least final. My early predictions are he makes it all the way to the final again. Is he going to win it? You have to wait again to find out if I pick him.
I mean,
but we need to talk about this man. And, you know, I was actually surprised because when I went back and we dropped a post on TSH Tennis, I had forgotten, by the way, when we talked about the past champions, I had forgotten Tsitsipas is 3 out in 4 in the last.
He's dominant. My boy is dominant.
He is
in
the
Monte
king
Carlo.
of Monte Carlo. This is insane. Ismaeel, your thoughts on this man's
Yousef,
path to
you
go
just mentioned-
4 for 5?
Yeah, just mentioned 4 out of 5. That's unheard of. That's Rafa-esque
Can
type
he
of
do it?
dominance. And there's something magical that he loves about Monte Carlo. I think
The
it's
connection with his mom, her being a junior champion. Like,
yeah,
there's stuff there.
There's so much he loves about it, and also the conditions seem to favor him probably well.
Clearly. And the draws sometimes.
And
but
yeah, well, and the draws. Although last year he had an epic run to the title.
Every title he won fully deserved.
Yeah, no. Last year also he beat Khachanov, Zverev, Sinner, Ruud on the way to that. That's an epic clay court title run.
Yeah.
And so I love his chances in Monte Carlo.
How can you not?
And, you know, the draw's not too kind to him this year. But
He's in that tough part.
Is in that
The
top
top is
half.
stacked.
He's in that top half, that stack where he's going to get Pesci Pericard probably, and then he's going to run into Runa, who Runa owns him, and then potentially Zverev, and then Djokovic or Demon. Or it's a tough part. But you know what? I'm not going to bet against Stefanos here in Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
And I'm fully expecting a deep run. He changed his racket. He had that very nice Dubai win where he looked well. He didn't look so great in the past 2 hardcore tournaments in Indian Wells and Miami, but it wasn't also as bad as maybe previously. He doesn't have his dad in the corner, which he's always had in Monte Carlo, so that's also something to look out for. Can he win it without his dad in his
He
corner?
lives there, so maybe
Maybe he'll come at least support. Let's see what's going to happen there. But you know what? I like his chances. I'm not going to... I love his game. If there's a tournament to believe in Stefanos Tsitsipas, it's Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do something special here. I think he's going to go deep. I think so.
You like Tsitsipas's chances?
It's crazy. You can't bet against him. Like, he's been defying all of these odds every single year. He's been so consistent. It's crazy. But I don't know. I feel like the odds the odds are gonna have to be against him this time. I feel like he can't beat the numbers this time. But I don't know. I can't. It's tough to go against him. He plays so well in Monte Carlo. It's like some magic. Even regardless of his form all year, he just stars in Monte Carlo. Like, I don't know. It could be his tournament. He could be legendary at this tournament. He could keep on winning. Well, yeah, he's definitely a top contender easily, regardless of whatever he did.
By the way, just to add to that, Haroon, he's also, whenever he goes to the title, he beats Zverev on the way. All right, so he's not afraid of Zverev.
No.
I'd say if there's someone who's going to give him hiccups, it might be Runa. Runa has only beaten him. Runa's 4-0 against him, but one time only on clay, which was in Roland Garros of 2022. All right, I'm not going to choose to read too much into that. That was especially for Holger too. I don't think that Holger is necessarily the same amazing Holger of that time period. So I like Stefanos here going deep.
Stefanos Tsitsipas, he is the king of Monte Carlo, and if you bet against him, and that's actually kind of taking a risk because, by the way, I'm just amazed by the stat. 3 out of the last 4. That's awesome. That's legendary stuff.
Awesome.
That is legendary stuff. I think he's going to have an amazing tournament. He is the man to beat. He is the king. So he has a tough path. I think Novak Djokovic is the guy that would cause him the biggest fits on his way in the entire draw.
You're assuming Djokovic is going to stay there, though. He's going to be there by that time of the draw.
I do. And but if anyone picks him to win, I can't say anything against that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Last but not least, in the top 6 guys, a new member of the top guys. It's Jack Draper, our Indian Wells champion. Moving on to the clay, Haroon said we want to see what's he going to be like on clay. I want to know how are your thoughts on this man going into this tournament?
I think he has some good chances because then again I feel like he's not expecting much from himself. I think in this clay season, I think he's just gonna still get in form. And I think he might be a surprise. Like, I think he might be somebody that could be surprised. Could be in the semis, maybe final, could be. But he's going against going against my boy Casper. I'm not sure. Yeah, nobody likes his game on clay, but I feel like his game can transfer on clay so easily. I don't feel like why that's such a big thing. It's not that difficult. But we'll wait and see. He hasn't shown great results on clay before, but I feel like he could be surprising us this season. in
Ismaeel,
Monte Carlo.
your thoughts?
I'm looking at his stats from last year and how he did on clay. Clay's not his surface. Like he's still a young puppy on clay. He's not adapted yet to the surface, or he doesn't like it for his game. Like he didn't go past the second round other than in Munich, and he lost to Taylor Fritz there in a 3-set battle. I don't like his chances that much because it's just not yet part of his game. Although has amazing weaponry, I expect him to eventually be really good on clay. I don't think he can. I don't doubt that he can be good, but like already his path is not fun. Like he's gonna get Shapovalov potentially round 2. Shapov is good on clay and his lefty power. Like he has the things to bother him. Like, and if he gets through that, well, then it's also not going to be fun. Like
he gets an edge very probably.
Yeah, like
he's gonna play against players that love the clay and are sneaky. I wouldn't say sneaky. They are good.
Yeah,
they are good, solid players on clay. No one wants to face them. Whether you're the top seed, whether you're the 4th seed, whether you're the 15th seed, no one wants to play, for example, Davidovich Fukina on clay. No one wants to play a Tomas Martin Etcheverry on clay. Those are guys he has to face in the beginning. Does he even get by this very, very tough part of the draw?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't think so.
Like Shapovalov and then Fukina and then maybe Ruud. That's brutal.
But I feel like these clay conditions will suit him a bit more than the other tournaments.
I don't think he likes the slower surfaces. He's better on grass. He likes it faster, I think.
Yeah, like for me at the moment, Jack Draper on clay, we need to see it to believe it. The other surfaces, we've seen him on grass. He's amazing. We've seen him on hard. He's amazing. Clay, not so much.
Yeah, his results are not there yet.
Yeah, we all know what you guys think of these top seeds. Who do you think is going to surprise us? Who's not? We want to hear your comments on all of our thoughts. But yeah.
Well, guys, other than the top seeds, we have some other potentially dark horses, X factors outside the top 6.
Yeah.
So maybe let's go through a couple of them here and let me get your thoughts on these. Yousef, first up, your boy Rublev, newly partnered with Marat Safin.
Yeah, that seems like that's the talk of the town now. Marat Safin, just like he's with him in the corner. I don't know what this is gonna be. Like it's not like Safin is this genius. He's a Grand Slam champ. He's a world number 1. Is he gonna provide something? Obviously. Is it gonna mean that it's gonna translate into wins and titles all of a sudden? I don't think so. The path is not the best. He gets a Fils who's on fire soon in the draw, and then you move on to Alcaraz, Casper Ruud. I love Andrei Rublev. I don't think this is the tournament where I'm going to see him shine.
But he won last year in Madrid.
True. I don't think he's going to shine.
Haroon, what do you think?
Of Rublev? I don't know. I like the addition of Marat Safin. I feel like it could be nice, exciting, but I don't think he's going to do anything that quickly. I feel like it's still going to take some time. And I feel like Marat Safin's going to put some pressure. I feel like Rublev is going to feel some pressure with having that big of a star coaching him.
Imagine more pressure than he already puts on himself. What's he going to break? What's he going to break next?
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I already feel like you can ask him post breakup post career or whatever, whenever that coach partnership ends, and ask him how does he feel with Marat with him in the corner. I don't know. With me, picturing myself as Rublev, I don't think that's something that's relaxing. I'm not going to be relaxed that Marat Safin's with me in my corner. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't have super high hopes for Rublev. I feel like, maybe he could do something in other clay court tournaments, but not Monte Carlo. I'm not super high on him right now.
Yeah, I think it's he's on a tough side of like his path. It's not so easy. It's not so hard. It's a bit tricky. Like, okay, so Monfils round 1, and then all right after if he gets through.
That's even gets through Monfils.
Yeah, Monfils is tough in the first round. You never want to play him, and then okay, what if you end up facing, like you said, Fils? But there's also Greek Sport and Kuboli who could also come out, and they're also playing.
Kuboli just came off a win in Bucharest.
And Greek Sport in Morocco final. So like these are also really informed players. So. It's going to be tough, I think. I don't expect a deep run here. You
know who I do think is an X factor and has a chance to go deep?
Yeah.
That's Matteo Berrettini.
Ooh.
If there's a time that you want to play a number 1 seed in the tournament, it's now, and it's exactly this. Playing Sasha Zverev, who's not high on confidence, who's coming off saying, I didn't get a chance to take a break. Mentally fatigued, physically extremely fatigued probably. And Berrettini's looking good. but he needs a top win. He keeps having these close matches. He needs a top win. If this can be the top win for him and him to break free, it's not the best tournament to break free. Also, this is not a number 1 seed draw, because if you get a Musetti and then you get Berrettini, I think in his form, he could be a guy who could go very deep. If he can get past Sasha, he can go deep and surprise.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one. It's a tough. If he does it, it will be rewarded with Lehechka or Korda, which is not necessarily a big reward, and then potentially Musetti, as you said. But I think he's positioned well to do something nice.
And as big as his game is, and as it suits the grass, he loves to play.
He loves clay.
He loves
clay. He loves clay. That's true. That's true. And he's also one of those mentally tough players you think that could, find his way to run deep.
With all due respect to Berrettini, I don't feel like he's gonna have a deep run in this tournament or any of these big titles that much. I feel like maybe on grass, but I feel like he can star and beat any player at any given day for 1, 2 matches, maybe even 3. I don't know. I don't have him going deep like you think.
I see. Well, let's see. Guys, Haroon, what about Holger?
Oh, Holger's exciting. I feel like Holger is somebody to be scared of, because Holger wants blood, and I feel like Holger wants this title. He was in a final before. He's definitely in the top. He's definitely in the top, and I won't be surprised if he wins it. But I don't know. I'm not. Wow. I still have other people slightly more than him this tournament.
Interesting. Yousef, do you know who's in his path?
Yeah, but the only guy that I would say in his path that would scare him is Tsitsipas.
Would scare Haroon?
A bit.
But he owns him 4-0.
I know, but just because of the thing of I don't think he's that. Tsitsipas is, as we just said, talked about 3 out of 4.
He's not going to be afraid of Djokovic?
I don't think so. I think he gets up for Djokovic. He likes to play Djokovic because to him, Djokovic, he has no pressure whatsoever. But against the other guys, he does have pressure. So I think the draw is not that kind. But if there's a man that I look at and like, okay, he can get through this, I think Holger Rune is one of them. If he can get through Tsitsipas, I think he can make it. Obviously, then you would expect him to make the semis. Yeah. I like him, but I'm not 100% backing him for to win.
Honestly, I feel like Monte Carlo is just a wild west. Anybody can win.
Yeah, but he is 100% a dark horse for this thing, and that's a legit statement to make.
I hear you, but also Zverev is 3-1 against him, and Zverev's won their last 3 meetings, so he should be afraid of Zverev. He should be afraid of Djokovic, and he should be. But let's see. I mean,
if Sasha makes it that far,
I think the tricky match for him would be Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I think if he gets through Tsitsipas there, we could be looking at him lifting the title.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. All right. One more guy we need to talk about, guys. We've been talking about him for the past couple of tournaments. Yousef, Francisco Cerundolo. What do you think about his shots? He gets Alcaraz potentially round 2.
I'm loving this man's entire trajectory this year. I think really he's going to break free at some point. I can just feel it because you can see it also. And the clay season's coming. If you get an Alcaraz in round 2 who hasn't won Monte Carlo once.
He wasn't won any Monte Carlo match.
Yeah, hasn't won once. Francisco Cerundolo, if he can get past him, he has a good chance to go all the way to the final. Then after that, I think he can beat Felix Auger-Aliassime. I think he can beat Andrei Rublev. I think he can challenge a Casper Ruud, beat him. Like, he could have a magical run. Would it be surprising? It would be surprising, but at the same time, I don't think it's that crazy either. So Francisco Cerundolo is a dark horse, and we need to keep an eye on him. If he can get past Carlos Alcaraz, watch out, because he can go far.
Haroon, what do you think?
I think it's too hard, man. Like, early on, you play Alcaraz, like, you're gonna have to really prepare super mentally to that match, and then even after you win, then you're thinking like, oh my God, I just beat Alcaraz. Now the draw is wide open for me. Everything should be much easier now. I don't know. It's tough. It's so much mental challenge that he's gonna have to go through. I don't know. I don't. Maybe he could beat Alcaraz, but he could then have a deeper run and catch fire. But I don't know. I don't like how deep. Maybe semis. I have him max semis. That's if he beats Carlos Alcaraz, though. It's so hard.
Let me go out on a limb here.
Ah.
And I say the stars are aligning for Francisco Cerúndolo. I think he's going to take out Alcaraz in round 2, and I feel very confident about that. And I might look like a complete bozo in 2 days' time. But I really feel like he's the heavy favorite going into this match.
Heavy favorite.
Yes. It's wild. It's a wild statement to make. Because also I just watched Alcaraz warm up, have a practice session with Djokovic, and I'm second guessing this idea, but I just think
It wasn't that bad.
he looked good in that in the warm up, in the practice. So why should I doubt him so much? But I just think that Alcaraz is not in a good period mentally. Past couple of tournaments, there were subpar performances. I'm choosing to believe that these slower Monte Carlo conditions are not going to be of his liking.
Well, we talked about Alcaraz. Why do you think Cerúndo's?
I think Cerúndo's playing amazing. Yeah. I think Cerúndo is in his almost peak. And also, I have very high expectations for Cerúndo. I told you guys, I think Cerúndo's going to make the semifinals of the French Open. So I already am a big believer in him.
You are.
And I think that...
I am too, but I'm not that big yet.
Yeah.
But I'm on my way, it looks like
it's crazy to say that he's favored against Alcaraz. But in my opinion, I think just...
You said heavy favorite.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit wild to say. But like his game matches up so well. Because he does not want to play that faster clay, I think, with the higher... But I think he'll prefer the slower conditions against Alcaraz. He's playing well. He has one match to warm up against Fognini. Alcaraz is going to come in all of a sudden and have to match Cerúndo's intensity. And then if he wins that, Cerúndo will be in the final.
Oh!
If he wins that, Cerúndo is in the final.
Oh my God, Haroon, look
So
at this.
if he beats...
Yeah.
Look at this.
Wow.
He beats Alcaraz, he's in the final. I'm going to go out and say that.
Wow. Wow.
He just beat Casper Ruud in Indian Wells, right? Was it? He already took him out there. So it's not like he's afraid of Ruud. He's not afraid of Rublev. Different surface, true. But like you would think of Ruud as more of a clay courter than Casper Ruud, wouldn't you?
Ruud more than Casper Ruud?
Sorry, Cerúndolo as more of a clay courter than Casper Ruud.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Who? No. This
Who's
is
more of a clay courter? You would say. But these
back to back quarterfinals at the Sunshine Double. Things change.
So yeah, I'm going out on a limb on that.
I like it. It's nice to have these takes, and then we can either give you credit for making a good pick or bash you if you do.
Please, you can feel free to roast me. Just do it respectfully, because then sometimes I take these things too personally.
Don't cry at night, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we want to talk about some box office first round and second round fireworks. I want to get your takes on some of these. It's really, really interesting, I feel. We have Ben Shelton, and then we have Fokina. Ben Shelton, Fokina, what do you think about that one?
Ben Shelton, Fokina, not the best of matches for Ben Shelton. That's probably the worst match to have.
For a first round?
Yeah, first round.
Like for first round fireworks, this is man. Fokina's a finalist in Monte Carlo.
Yeah. Yep. Well, but also you have other matches, interesting matches.
Yeah, but who do you have in that match? Who do you have?
Fokina.
Yeah, Fokina. I think I have Fokina too. I have Fokina. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess we all have Fokina on that one. Maybe Ben Shelton is not a super clay courter yet. We have Greek Sport and Feast. Who do you have in that one? Exciting, I feel as well.
Yeah, Greek Sport coming off a final, but I think he's a bit fatigued. I think Feast will go through this one.
I'm going Feast on this one.
We have Mahach and Baez.
Ooh,
nice spicy.
Quick
match.
turnaround for Baez taking Mahach here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean to Mahach, even though I love Baez on clay.
But you can't take it. Baez all day, every day, man. Come on. we have Lehechka Korda. That's also quite interesting.
That's a nice one.
That's a very nice match.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Korda. I'm taking Korda.
I'm taking Sebastian Korda. Even though by the way, my pick of Lehechka making it to the top 10, that's not looking that good.
Why?
Right
It's not dead. It's not dead. The season is young.
Yeah, but it's not looking that good right now.
Well, he has to do well on clay.
Korda's the only one to beat Alcaraz in Monte Carlo. The one and only.
Yeah.
So he's going to maybe go in with that confidence. Okay, we have some second round potential fireworks as well. These could be quite interesting. We have Alcaraz and Cerúndolo. We already talked about this, but Ismaeel, you have Cerúndolo. Yousef, who do you have on that one?
I don't know exactly. Let's wait and see. But I think I don't know. I can't say.
Make a pick.
I can't say.
Make one.
Alcaraz.
Yeah. Haroon, who do you have?
Yeah, man, it's tough. I have to go with Alcaraz.
Okay, I'm alone on that one then.
Yeah, you. I think you're on the island on that one. We have Zverev and Berrettini.
Spicy.
I'm taking Berrettini.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I'm also leaning towards Berrettini. I'm going to take Berrettini as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm taking Berrettini too.
Sasha's too good. He's gonna find something to win that match. I feel
I'm probably going to regret this pick.
Yeah,
but
he's probably going to beat him, but I'm leaning Berrettini.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Tsitsipas and Peteshi Pericard.
Tsitsipas. Easy.
Tsitsipas, me too. Tsitsipas easy. Tsitsipas easy.
Easy.
I feel like Peteshi could surprise us, but Tsitsipas. It might go to final set, but Tsitsipas, yeah. Okay, we have Djokovic and Stanislas Wawrinka. Battle of the
Easy
ages.
money.
Next question.
Easy money for Djokovic.
Stanley
Easy
is
money.
40 years old.
If it was 2015, I would think about it, but we're not there anymore.
Yeah. Next question.
Stanny's too old. Stanny's too tired right now.
His geezer grinding award.
Geezer grinder. Now we have Jack Draper and Shapovalov. Denis Shapovalov. Who do you have for that one? Yousef.
I'm taking Dennis.
I'm taking Shapovalov as well. I think Draper is not yet fun on. It doesn't want to play on clay.
Disrespect, my friends. Disrespect. Draper all day. Draper all day.
Let's see.
And last but not least, we have Monfils and Rublev. Who do you have for that one?
I'm taking Rublev.
Yeah.
Like, I know Monfils is so fun on clay, and he's a fun and also early in the tournament, his fitness is not hurt. I'm still taking Rublev here.
You know, if you pick Monfils in this instance, it's not like a crazy pick, especially this season. He's playing amazing this season. I'm going Andre Rublev. I'm going Andre Rublev, though.
Yeah.
Haroon. The feeling of playing that first match in Monte Carlo with Safin in his box is like the feeling when you're in a test and the teacher is watching you solve the test. So much pressure, so much pressure. I'm taking Monfils all day, every day. Monfils loves it.
God. What a crazy take.
Monfils.
No, it's not a crazy
Not
one.
crazy, not crazy.
Monfils loves Monte Carlo.
We
Not
saw what
crazy.
he did in the Australian
But
Open.
funny.
We saw what he did in Auckland. Monfils has an amazing season.
Yeah.
Monfils
It'll
is
be funny.
Monfils
It's a
is,
funny
looking-
take.
Yeah, it isn't. It's nice. We're on opposite sides throughout these. Let's see what happens at the end of the week. But you know, we talked about all the draws, the paths, the first round, the second round, the fireworks. The clay season is finally upon us. The Monte Carlo Masters is here. I want to know, who do you guys have as the champions of the Monte Carlo Masters? Ismaeel.
We talked about this man. We talked about how he's the dominant force in Monte Carlo. We talked about how he has a tricky path, but I'm not one to doubt him. Take my boy, Stefanos Tsitsipas, for the title here.
4 for 5.
4 for 5. Magic in Monte Carlo once more. Come on, Stefanos. Do it for me.
Haroon, how about you?
Finally, I get my chance to finally spread my wings and confidently pick my player. Casper Ruud for the win. Casper Ruud for the win. I was so reserved that I couldn't take him in other tournaments in the beginning of the year. It was so hard to pick him. But now, clay is upon us. The prince of clay. I have Casper Ruud winning this one.
Nice. Those are some nice picks.
Yousef.
My pick for this tournament is the one and only Novak Djokovic.
Wow.
Champion. I believe it. I believe it. I see it. His path is good. It's going to happen.
Let's see.
Guess what? Title number 100 coming. Finally. Let's hope.
The jinx is going to be over?
Let's hope.
Let's see.
In a week's time.
Let's see.
We're going to be having a conversation about Novak Djokovic.
That would be fun. It would be fun to see.
Yes.
Guys, that wraps up another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast. Let us know about our takes in the comments. Do you agree with us on our Monte Carlo picks? And follow us and subscribe so you can get all your weekly tennis news here at the TSH Tennis YouTube channel. And we'll see you next week. You can also find us on all the podcast platforms.
Au revoir.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.